you doing, guys? Hope you're doing great, guys. I'm doing okay, but I've got the weather has been cold. Like I've not really gotten myself. Like the weather's really been cold, and I don't know. I don't know. So, guys, how are you doing, guys? It's your favorite baby girl, Sarah Fidelis. How are you doing? Like I promised, guys, I said I was going to be here today, and I'm here today. 7 p.m. I'm a bit late. I think I'm just 5 minutes late. Yes, but I still made it here. So, where are my people? You promised you're going to be here with me today. So, where are you guys? I told you my time. Hopefully, I get to see you guys so that I can kick start for today, guys. Like I said. I promise it's going to be an exciting topic, one that we want to have, probably rub minds, share reasons, just have one or two things, and we call it a day today. At most, I wouldn't want to spend more than 1 hour. But if it gets exciting, I wouldn't want to end the world. Let's see how it goes, guys. So, where are my people, guys? I can't wait for you guys. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? Hello, beautiful people. Knock, knock, knock. Who is there? Where are my people? Those guys. So many of you guys. I can't remember your name. Thank you to all my subscribers. Those that always join. They don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've seen this video. And if any of my videos have really impacted your life one way or the other, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to share, guys. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to do something. Just do something, guys. I've been kind of busy lately, though, but all good. Like I promised, I know it was not going to be easy for me, but I still made it here. And because I'm here today, I feel like you guys should not disappoint me. But I know that you guys are going to definitely come around. I know you guys are going to come around. Where are they? Where are they? Where are my people? It's your favorite baby girl, Sarah Fidelis. If you ever come across this video, please don't forget to follow me on Facebook. I come live every Saturday on Facebook. Like I drop videos here on YouTube, I do the same on Facebook. Very educative, interesting ones that you would love. And if you're Nigerian, you could relate to most of my videos. Very interesting, very, very educative, guys. But every other person can equally relate to my video, guys. Let it not look like, hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? Hello. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. I feel like when I get a good number of people, I'll start for today. I've not started actually. So tell me where you're watching from. Hello, Vicky. Vicky, how are you doing this beautiful evening from Nigeria? So tell me where you are watching from. And don't forget to leave a like. Yeah, thank you guys. Hey, hello, Boyinde of AME. Hello, thank you so much. How are you doing this beautiful evening? Hello, hi. I'm getting new faces today. Yesterday, so okay. How are you doing? Where are you watching from, Boyinde of AME? I'm guessing you're Nigerian, right? Diego Cateno. Oh, hello, Diego. How are you doing? Where are you watching from, guys? Where are you watching from? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Guys, do not mind my dull eyes. Kind of cold today. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm cold and my eyes looking dull. I can see how dull the eyes is. Like I have my hanky here just so that in case I feel cold and I need it. So guys, where are you watching from? Boyende is from Nigeria. Hello Boyende, watching from Nigeria. Hope I didn't murder that name. I liked it. Say that. This other elder son, oh guy. Okay. Elder son does I can't Garcia. I just know that the end part is Garcia. I know the end part is Garcia, but I don't know the beginning part. I know that the end part is Garcia. Okay, thank you so much. But I know I got the Opeyemi correctly. But the other one, at least I tried. Okay, so Garcia, where are you watching from? Leak, I liked it. Leak, where are you watching from? Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It seems like I have a whole lot of guys today. So, guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to tell me where you're watching from. Garcia, I'm waiting for you to tell me where you're watching from. Leaky, I'm, I'm waiting for you to tell me where you're watching from, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, comment, share. Yes, guys, a beautiful evening from me to you. I'm subtext. Okay, I don't get what that means, Licky. But anyways, guys, since already some persons are already here, I feel like I saw. Okay, you subscribe, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You did subscribe, right? Thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a like. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, today's topic is this. Why do people stay in toxic relationship? Why do guys stay in toxic relationship? Why do ladies stay in toxic relationship? So tell me why you think people stay back in toxic relationship where you know that violence is involved. There's so many things that a human cannot take, but yet they choose to stay behind. So tell me what you think. Why do you think people stay back in toxic relationship? I would like to hear you guys. Okay, your real name is Killed. Killed. Where? Okay, Killed. So tell me where you're watching from. I don't know where you're watching from. Okay, Diego. Diego says he's watching from Brazil. Hello, Diego. How is Brazil today? I like that country. So beautiful. So how is Brazil, Diego? Don't forget to subscribe, Diego. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. And Garcia, I'm still waiting for you to tell me where you're watching from. Hello, Garcia. Tell me where you're watching from. Okpeyemi, are you still here? So, guys, like I said, today's topic is why do people know? Okay, cult. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. Okay, cult or cult. Where are you watching from? Cult. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Where are you watching from? Cult. Where are you watching from? Okay, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? Tell me where you're watching from, and tell me where you're watching from, Colt. And don't forget to leave your comments right now. Tell me why do people stay back in toxic relationship? You know, I see so many times, so many ladies, so many guys stay back in toxic relationship. Despite the fact that they know how traumatic and how disastrous it is, yet they stay back. And I'm wondering why. Now I see so many people who have gone through a whole lot, but yet still stay back in such relationship. And I keep wondering, why would I be in a place where mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm broken, but yet I decide to stay there? Whatever the reason might be, I feel like whatever that hurts my feelings, whatever I cannot take in my head, in my mind, I cannot be there. Cause my question is, why do people stay in toxic relationship? Why do you think so many people stay back in toxic relationship? Why do you think even in marriage, I feel like I have questions too. Somebody is married to someone who should be giving no, how do I put it? Someone who should be not just providing, try by all means taking care of the family, doing other things other than just providing. But at the end of the day, you end up being hurt, not just your feelings, emotions, is every other aspect. There are people who you get married to, they stop every pursuit of your career, like they don't want you to go far. There are so many things people do. And why I don't want to go so deep in marriage is because I'm not married and I don't want to talk too much about that. But I'm more concerned, even if we can still talk about it a little, but yet I'm mostly concerned why do people stay in toxic relationship? So guys, if you're just joining in, tell me where you're watching from. Don't forget to leave a hi and don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. Okay. So, Kurt, I'm still waiting for your opinion. Or what do you think? Tell me what you think. Share with me. Why do you think people stay in toxic relationship? Have you have such experiences? Share with us. Have you had such experiences? Share with us. So, guys, now one of the reasons why sometimes I find it awkward to believe that some persons will want to give reason why they stay back in toxic relationship, because I feel like everybody in this life deserve a better place. Whether in your family, in your workplace, wherever you are, so long you're giving out something positive, you deserve the best. So you're in a place where an environment where it's more like it's always abuse, abuse, and abuse. I don't think you need to be there. I feel like things like that will take you to your grave very early, because people do not understand the temerity or the degree of what they are causing to themselves. Now there have been so many cases in Nigeria about people that stay back in toxic relationship. Now there was this one that happened recently. Actually, the girl actually left. I think as I heard, uh, they broke up for like a year ago or probably 2 years ago. But for the guy, he never left. He was still finding reasons to always come around. Then the reason he gave was if he wouldn't have her, nobody would. So he had to still come at her, and so eventually he killed her. And that got, her family members so devastated, because why would someone who you think is a normal human being, just because you say you're not going to do again and you're not interested in the relationship, all of a sudden the only thing he can come up with after 2 years. Imagine breaking up with somebody after 2 years and he's still having in the back of his mind that he wants to take your life. Like, people are not to be seen as just normal. That is why I keep telling people out there, no matter who they are, no matter who they claim to be, ensure that they are normal human being. Because there are people who might be thinking like they are normal. The next seconds they are thinking of how to kill. Now imagine the guy that was caught. That is for now he is in custody for the death of Charlie Kirk. Now, it has, we don't know how true it is, even if they said he confessed to killing him or to his family member, but we're not really certain yet. Now, you could see that young guy, 22 years old, he did such tremendous act. One would wonder, how did it all happen? Who made him do that? It means he has been going through days and series of practices just so that he could pull that out. Because it's not something he just woke up one day and did that. No, it means he has been practicing that. Eventually, he got perfect and he chose a perfect day to do what he did. And unfortunately, he succeeded, which really broke so many hearts, including mine, because I felt sad. Even till today, I still cry. Hello, Debbie's. Hello, Davis. Hello, how are you doing this beautiful evening? I think this is the first time I'm having a lady. I think, yeah. Hello, Debbie. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from, Debbie? Where are you watching from, Debbie? Where are you watching from, Debbie? Tell me where you're watching from, Debbie. I'm still waiting for you. So, at the end of the day, he succeeded, unfortunately. How? That's beautiful. Hello, Janet. How are you doing this beautiful? Elena Janet. How are you doing this beautiful evening? Elena Janet. So many things is distracting me right now. Janet, thank God I have ladies in the house today. So guys, join me in the conversation. Today's topic is, why do people stay back in toxic relationship? Can you stay back in toxic relationship? Have you seen yourself trying to just manage and cope in toxic relationship? Elena, tell me where you're watching from. I see people stay back in toxic relationship. Debbie, you are from Nigeria. Understand, you can relate so well. In short, so many people in almost every country of the world can relate to this topic, because so many people have been victim from toxic relationship. It's nice having you. Before you go, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Janet. Sorry, Debbie. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to click on the like button before you go. So, like I said, thank you so much for joining in, Debbie. Thank you so much, Debbie. So, like I said, people do need to understand why they need to be alive for future. Not thank you so much, Debbie. Now, one big issue is, why people will always want to stay back in a relationship where they know that it's getting nowhere. Now, I've seen people who eventually get married, right? Despite the fact they know what has been happening ever since they have been in a relationship. And all of a sudden they got married and they had one, two, three, four children. And still yet, the guy still all those years. Most women will not come out to tell you because you're trying to cover shame. And I've seen someone who said that it's because they don't want people to say something. Now, the point where you are no more, where you are dead, people will now say something because what people will say now is you would have spoken out, you would have cried out, you would have run for your life because I don't see why somebody is threatening my life. As a matter of fact, I used to have this auntie. um I think she was almost going through that kind of you know trauma in her marriage. She had to run for her life. Thankfully, she didn't have any child with that man. But at the end of the day, imagine waking up every day, you see someone who is staring at you, sitting and waiting for you to wake up, and is looking at you like he has something in his head. It's almost like he's losing it. The next day, he's not bringing anything home. He's trying to traumatize you. The fact that she doesn't have a child, it's not because of herself, but because he has an issue that for she's okay because of the love she has for him. But she starts to see that this particular man is almost getting it out of hand. Like she's suffering emotionally, mentally, physically, it's affecting her. So one faithful day she strategized and she planned how she would escape for her life. And till today, this guy never looked for her. Like she's living fine right now. But at the end of the day, these are people we have existing in our society. It is women that move out of marriage. Have you ever seen men leaving their marriage? And truthfully, if a woman leaves the marriage, it's very fantastic, especially when she knows she's in a toxic relationship. But I know I've seen men who are equally in a toxic relationship. But the truth of the matter is this: why do people stay in a place where they are not safe, where it is not safe, where it is toxic an environment? It's just like what is happening in our country today. Everybody's shouting, people are crying because of bad governance. So I'm saying that's why you see most people who will sell their property to go and live elsewhere. Why? Because they want a better life. So you want a better life, you want to survive, and I see so many women who have died. Janet, you will see so many women. I see so many women in Nigeria that have died, and it really hurts me a whole lot. For those years, he has been dealing with you, and at the end of the day, you let him take your precious life. And when women leave their marriage, they blame men. Women should take responsibility. And when women leave their marriage, they blame men. Now, the reality now is I'm not looking for who to blame because if I'm in a place where it's not safe for me and eventually I leave, no matter who they want to blame, I don't know. That's an after story. But at the end of the day, is she left because I don't support people who leave marriage because of probably the man is no longer financially stable, the man is trying to cope, and the woman does not want to stay. I've seen so many people who give such excuses, and you see a man trying to struggle, a woman is like he's not having my time, and they give a man of silly excuses, and they leave their marriage. I've seen some women who left marriage because of some silly excuses. Those are not toxic relationship. We're talking about harmful, you know, relationship, both in marriage and in relationship, where people are being traumatized. People are losing their sanity. Now, permit me to say this. I will have to say this. Like, let's take for instance the marriage between Annie and Two Face. Now, you agree with me, no matter whether or not they did not say it. I feel like for me, Annie really suffered a whole lot. I feel like Two Face might have gone through a whole lot, but why I'm saying Annie suffered and for me, she caused that the point where she eventually still agreed to marry Two Face, knowing that her first child is Two Face number five, and she was still willing to be with him. That was what got me pissed. Yes, Elena, the two should take responsibility, but the most important thing here is Whoever that leads that is suffering should be saved. That's what that matters a whole lot. Whoever that decides to walk away, whether they like the blame game should be on anybody, what people want to say, they should say it. But at the end of the day, let it be that the separation happens so that the other person that is going through hell will be saved. That is their choice. That is their choice. So at the end of the day, right now, people come out to say things that Annie went through hell, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't say that I will blame anybody. Do you know why? Because she saw what was in it already and she decided to say yes. You see, most times so many women overlook the main thing because of probably maybe influence, because of maybe the money or whatever they were thinking, they would just close their eyes and still, you know, enter, despite the fact they know this one is a no-no. Imagine a guy that will, despite the fact he knew you were the one, and he still have the guts to still be sleeping around. Do you understand? Now, at the end of the day, you decided to still work with that guy. Do you get? You decide to still work with that guy. I feel like whatever that happens in the future, you should be able to take and withstand it. No matter the kind of love, the only thing that comes first is your well-being. Because right now, it's more like she has lost. Take it or leave it. The trauma, the headache, yes, it's true. It's easy. See, that is why I said it's better you don't invest. Even if you invest, but at the end of the day, what if she's no more? What if she dies? I've seen so many women that die despite their investment. So it's better she dies not to leave the investment. Imagine raising kids who do not really show concern, who cannot even help you. And you are suffering, it's beating you up, you are suffering emotionally. Despite your investment, there's no respect. Please, I feel like it is important you know that every human being life is very important. Forget about investment. So let's take a let look at what happened to May Ledoche, the one that married Yul Ledoche. At the end of the day, she left that marriage because of the whole thing that was happening, and we got to see what's happening. Now, what is happening in her life? She's getting so many endorsements. People can say whatever they want to say. But I'm not saying that I can come out every day and say, oh, I love divorce. There are reasons why people have to leave their marriages. I've seen someone who said the husband will not just sleep with anybody that comes around, he will sleep with their own child. Now, imagine your own husband is not just dealing with you, it's also sleeping with your child, it's also sleeping with your housemate, and is doing all those manner of nonsense, still beating you, almost threatening to kill you. That's crazy. If you are staying there for investment, please wait for when you will die. Because I that's why most times I feel, but at the end of the day, I always feel pity. Elena, no matter how you take it, no matter how you want to see it, if you don't agree with me, that is my opinion. If your opinion is to stay in a toxic relationship, that's your opinion. Do you get? I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and I cannot come out to tell people I am in support of divorce. As a matter of fact, when those men brought that woman and they said, uh, in our culture, in our traditions, she's supposed to be stoned because she was caught having caught in adultery, and Jesus Christ told them, if you are here without sin, be the first to cast a stone. What happened? They all left, and Jesus Christ told her, go and sin no more. Now, what it means is all of them are with sin, and he told her, go and sin no more. So I'm a woman. I understand that Jesus Christ is not in support of divorce. So I cannot still, and Jesus Christ is not in support of where you are, and you are seeing that you are dying, and you're going to be there. Now, even if you want to separate, you can go for a while till whatever the Holy Spirit, whenever the Holy Spirit heals him. You know, one thing you should understand is this. I'm a woman. I've been in relationship. Whether or not you want to agree with me or not, people in relationship always see the warning signs and the warning signals. At the end of the day, they keep on staying. They keep on feeling that, oh, when we get married, he will change. But eventually it does not. He's still the same person. You are married to that same individual and he's still brutal, worse. You've seen cases in Nigeria where a man poured fuel on his wife, burnt her, and comes out to say it's the devil. Obviously, if this tomorrow the court of law decides to grant him bail or to forgive him because he was so, he was, how do I put it, he was speaking with sincerity, that's their business, but she's no more. You remember the case of Osinachi, the woman in Nigeria, how she died. There were so many rumors, so many talks here and there, but at the end of the day, people, after she died, they were saying, why didn't she speak? You were in a place where you should have spoken and help would have come. You are married, nobody is saying you should be there forever. I have a place where I'm coming from. I have a family. Imagine I wake up one day, God forbid, I see my grow up and my dad is beating my mom. Mentally, physically, it will affect me as a woman. I've seen so many ladies who would say, because of the kind of homes they grow up in, they don't see men the same way. I've seen a lady who asked a question and she said, for 35 years of her life, no man has approached her. And the pastor asked her something. Thank God for the Holy Spirit. He asked her a question. Are you coming from a home where violence is? And she said, yes. She started to narrate what has been happening in her father's house. And you could see she was like that. And it's not like guys are not coming. What it means is when they come, she gives them the sign or the signal that I'm not interested in your smile. Even if they are trying to, and she understands that these people are coming for something, she gives them the signal that I'm not interested. So to her, she might not know what she's doing, but already she's chasing them out. Now, at the end of the day, she might say nobody has really approached her, but they can approach her. As ladies, we know when we want somebody, when you want a guy and he starts to talk to you, you give him your full attention. But when you don't want them, you start to snub them. You start to make them look like whatever you are saying is irritating. And that is the reality. So at the end of the day, somebody from that kind of home will never get it right. Will always be seeing it except by the grace of God. And you want to raise children in that kind of home, it's never going to be possible, except you don't like your children. If not, it will always take the grace of God for those kids to heal because what they saw. Imagine waking up to see your dad beat your mom, use stick on her, sometimes burn her, subject her to things. Sometimes they lock her up. Don't let her do whatever she wants to do. Her rights are cut off and she's living in such trauma. I've seen women that die and at the end of the day, they never had a voice. And you see their kids who will come out to tell their story of how their mom was traumatized. Now, one time my dad was sick, I was in hospital, and what a guy did, I could really relate with what it means to be in a toxic home. To some extent, you will say you will not want to blame them, but I will still blame you because whatever you do with your life, it's your choice. You can decide to help yourself and want to change and want to be better than your parents. But the point where you want to be even worse than your parents, you are claiming it to be authoritative or probably so that people will not come and trample on you. It means you are taking it the wrong way. Now, this particular guy in the hospital, when the wife came around, you could see the way she was. She was not like someone who came to see her husband. When he would be like, give me the child. She already has a child with him, one child. And he'll be like, bring the child. She carries the baby, give him, and is playing with the child and every other thing. Then he gives her back. She's not saying any word. She's not saying anything. She's just there, staring, following his command and stuff like that. And you tell me that home is so fantastic because she's in marriage, she should stay there. Imagine what he does to her at home. Now it gets to a point where I think something happened, she left, and eventually this guy said something and it got me really scared. He said, he said that if the woman misses his call, she cannot call him back until she calls his friend to call him because she knows he's going to really deal with her. So imagine that kind of home where you cannot really talk to your husband, feel love, be shown love, be cared for. Imagine her birthdays, nobody cares for her. Imagine all the effort she does at home trying to ensure the home is in place. Nobody really cares whatever she's doing because she's married to someone who grew up in a family where he saw that the mom intimidated the dad. So for him, whoever he's going to marry is going to be someone who he can overpower. And he did succeeded. He got someone who he can overpower. And right now, you can see what's happening. So right now, he is taking it the wrong way. So you will not want to raise kid Elena in that kind of environment with your kids. Rather, you do the needful, walk away, probably give yourself time, heal, so that the other person can really change. I've seen people who change by killing their wife. Tomorrow they will tell you they change. Tomorrow they tell you they're repentant. And that is one thing that we always want for them to change. But a point where they are not changing, where they are still repeating, imagine years in marriage. Someone is beating you up, you're trying to make a point, he gives you a slap, you're trying to say something, he has, sometimes you might prepare some special meal with the effort, and the next thing he's pouring it in your face, and you want to tell me because I'm not married, I shouldn't. No way. I don't advise that in marriage. I'm not coming from such home, but people need to understand that there is no gain for you to be in a toxic relationship. It kills. As a matter of fact, the other day I was having a live and a guy said something. I think his name is Fred or Fred. He said something. He said one of the reasons he or his sister did not want to leave that relationship was because she has no place to go. And I was like, whoa. Someone might hear that and be like, oh, that's sad. But at the end of the day, most times, if you're in a place, you will think you do not have a place to go. Do you get? So, which is better? Be in a place where you are dying, or go out, get fresh air, and still struggle to get something? Because I don't see people who is in a place because you don't have any place to go, but he's still dealing with you because he knows that you have no place to go. That is why he's taking advantage. The moment you don't give them room, the moment you don't give them room, you will not understand the importance of walking away. Because there's nothing like you don't have a place to go. You always have a place to go. I remember a time I was working somewhere. If I had not left there, I wouldn't know that sales of admission form was almost over. I was there thinking I was helping and something came up, but I had to leave. So the moment I left, then I started to think about school. I decided to go online and to check, and I saw that it was remaining 2 days for the for the sales of the form in the school to stop. And I was like, my goodness. Then I got to realize that so many things happen for a reason. So while I was feeling sad that I left there because I didn't want to leave, but at the end of the day, I saw the reason why God made me leave there despite the whole thing. You know, despite the whole effort and what I did for what there I was working. So if you think that you are staying back because you don't have a place to go, you have a place to go. It's just that if you leave, you can't see. If you are still there, you cannot see. But when you leave, you must see a place. That is reality. And some people will tell you, he's helping me financially, he's helping in my school. You can work for yourself. You can eventually work for yourself and get something doing. Don't stay back, someone that, br- beat the hell out of you in the name of he's helping you, you still stay back and you are still there. Today your eyes is swollen, tomorrow you're in hospital treating a wound in your head, next tomorrow it's your one of your teeth is out. I don't understand how that is supposed to be a place where one should stay. We need to understand that you need to walk away. We need to walk away. I don't get it. Why would you want to be in a place where you are suffering? Why would you want to be there? Why would you want to say because you are married? You are married, I'm a Christian, and no pastor will sit down and tell you, oh, don't worry, stay there. Stay there, don't worry, it's gonna fail. No, they might tell you, they might not advise you immediately to divorce, but they will tell you to leave. You are leaving, you are giving space for your life. Whoever that wants to change, it will be seen. There will be evidence. Then the moment where it's worse, then I feel like you call it, I feel like you call it a day with him or call it forever with him, and you walk away. And guess what, guys? So many things people do not know is this. You might think that because divorce is not good, or probably in the Bible, God Himself is against divorce. But there's so many marriages that are not ordained by God. So when such marriages are having issues, people might want to still see that, oh, that because the boy is not good, let me stay back. No, God was never in support of that marriage because He saw all those things and He showed you before while you were in relationship, while you were courting. He saw all those things and yet He thought you would have wisdom to leave. But you eventually you said no and you stayed back. And now you are suffering such and you think that God is involved and you think maybe you're going to offend God by leaving. No, you're not going to offend Him. If you walk away, your light will shine. If you walk away, day is going to be bright. So that's why most times I tell people some marriages that are suffering right now are never ordained by God. It was never in the plans of God for those two individuals to be together. So the reality is that the whole problems and the whole thing is happening. God is just watching them. I see a pastor who told someone. So I think somebody came and it was like, Pastor, we're having issues, blah blah blah. I think after 1 week of marriage, and he said, how is it that just 1 week of marriage and you're already having issues? And thank you so much. Thank you so much for clicking on the like button. He said, how is it that you're having issues already in just 1 week of marriage? He said, is it during your relationship? Was there any time where he slapped you, where he abused you, where he insulted you? And she was like, yes, but it was during pressure, he was pressurized, he was feeling tense. And the pastor was like, I get it now. Because I know that God is not a wicked person that will see some things and not reveal it to people. He will always do that. Now, all they say, oh, and what did he tell you was the reason why he did that? He said, because he was under pressure. And the pastor told him and told her, who told you in marriage you will never be in pressure? Who told you that there's not going to be pressure in marriage? Because in marriage is where you see things are happening. You're thinking there, you just have to take the grace of God to be able to endure. So now you're in this pressure. And who told it? It means you're going to even receive more than this one you have started. And you know what the pastor told her? Receive grace. What you people would have expected the pastor to say, oh, tell her to leave. Now she has a cross to carry. Do you know the cross? She has to wake up every night and be praying that God eventually intervenes and make that guy a changed person. That is the only hope she has now. Because if tomorrow we see in the news, oh, she's dead, we will cry. And at the end of the day, everybody will move on. The lady that died, that her husband poured fuel on her and light her up, that last cry that she cried and the word really got me. I almost was emotional, EJD. And it got me feeling how she wish, wherever she is right now, she will use this word. If I had known, if I had known. That is the word because right now kids are there. Nobody knows who is helping you. Nobody knows who is taking care of the kids. But at the end of the day, the kids are no more. The only question she's asking herself is, if she had known, she would have walked away. But she did not walk away. They stayed back. Sorry, guys, 1 minute. My attention is needed, guys. Hello, sorry guys, I had to go and do something. My attention was needed very urgently. You see, so many people have really lost their life because of all those things, and it's really scary and it's really heartbreaking because so many times, like Elena was saying something, and it pains my heart to see people thinking this way. Because if I'm not married, I've been in a relationship and you could relate, you will not want to jeopardize your life in the name of marriage. Marriage does not take you to heaven, it will rather take you to hell. Marriage will determine if you go to heaven or not. That is what most people do not know. If you're in a wrong marriage, it can take you to, like, imagine a strong believer who was a believer can be in a wrong marriage and eventually, lose her focus for God. And eventually she goes to hell. So entering the wrong marriage can even what you do not know. It's not about being married or not, it's the reality. Even, more equally concerned about people in marriage that are suffering, going through hell. That even if you don't want to leave, hope you are speaking to people, hope you are talking to somebody. Because most times I've seen situations whereby people are not talking, they are in marriage like that, and they're so nobody's saying anything to her. At the end of the day, my concern is even if you want to save your marriage, you able to get someone that will talk. You should be able to get somebody who you can talk to, who you can rely on, who you can tell about what's going on so that they can help you. Not just be there, keep quiet and do nothing. Because that's even the worst. People who are in such relationship or in that kind of marriage where they are really going through hell, they are not talking to anybody. Tomorrow they are no more, and people asking questions, why didn't they talk? Why didn't they say anything? Why, I've seen situations whereby even most times their parents are around, you have siblings around, and you don't get to say anything. You forget that you have people who care for you out there. You forget that you have people who really love you and will want better for you. So why would you think you want to post yourself for one person who will take your life? Cases like that, men have killed women, women have killed men. I saw a case where a guy did not even care. The lady was, I think, 8 months. They're 8 months in marriage, and she was pregnant, and he killed her. These are dangerous relationship, even marriage you shouldn't be entering into. Now, as I heard in that, equally heard that I think a day before the wedding, he almost abused her, something like that. Sorry, guys. So at the end of the day, you will see that these are one of the issues why people need to stay away from toxic relationship. Somebody abused you, like God was even showing this individual, like this one is a red flag. But because of the society we are living in, probably she was looking at her age, she was looking at maybe he has money, probably she was looking at, I cannot do after the whole card has distributed. People are coming to my wedding. Why would I just tell them I left because he was brutal, he was blah blah blah. I can handle it. Or probably she was thinking, if I'm in a marriage, it will eventually change. I don't see how they change someone who is violent. There's this adage they used to say in my place. They say, you don't learn left hand in old age. It's not possible. If you're writing with right hand, you will never learn it in old age. So whoever they are now, that's the same individual, except they decide to work on themselves. But when eventually they don't work on themselves, so I don't see how such individual will change. They will remain that dangerous, harmful persons that they are. Because even in their words, their actions, their manners, you could see some people will tell you, oh, he don't beat, he's okay. But there are people who in their words are so dangerous. When they say things to you for a week, you might not recover. It's more like it's bullying. So people like that, you need to watch out. You need to be careful. For what reason are you there? Are you going to endanger your life in the name of relationship? Guys, it's not a thing at all. So Elena, that is the reality. I don't know. I don't know you, but it's the reality I'm letting you know. Because you might not support divorce, but I feel like you will not support a woman being in a place where she's killed. Nobody supports that. Nobody supports a man being in a place where he's killed. Because we have so many cases like that in Nigeria until tomorrow. I will tell you that so many of them are not solved. So many of them go scot-free. You might not even hear, there might not be follow-ups. At the end of the day, they are living their normal life, change, living a normal life, and they are changed persons because of the dangerous thing that they did. And tomorrow, somebody will wake up one morning and expect you to be there, guys. I will never support anybody. But if you like to be in a toxic relationship, ask yourself, can I create a soul? Because so many people that do not like themselves will always want to be there. Can I create a soul? I don't see yourself dying because of somebody you claim you actually love this person. Yes, it's quite true. But at the end of the day, the love is not worth it. You have to think of your own well-being. I've seen so many people who have been destabilized, who can no longer do anything. There are these people who are career driven, who always have something so they are looking up to. Why they were before they got married, they were this, they were investing, doing all manner of things. People were learning from them. The moment they get married, they start to be intimidated. They start to see terrible things, and all of a sudden, you start to see this lady who is probably young, getting old all of a sudden, and you'll be wondering what's the problem. Is something wrong? You will not know that she's in a marriage that is taking her life, except somebody comes and rescue her, or probably she rescues herself. Because that's the excuse so many women will give. That's the excuse so many men will give. What would people say? People will eventually still say something after you are dead. People will eventually still say something. But the point where you are alive, you can say for yourself. You can be able to bring justice to yourself. Because that's the reality. I don't see why you have to be there in the name of your children will equally get a better life if you walk away. They will get a better life. They will be happy because you are alive. Imagine you are no more. They will always mourn you. They will always mourn you. But at the end of the day, they will move on. They will live their better life. They will move on and they will be fine. They will always remember the memories of how you were dealt with, how terrible things happened to you, but it will not make them want to go to the grave to be buried with you. No, they have a life because they love their life, and that's what I'm saying. Nobody deserves to be in a toxic relationship. Your life is not worth it. You are not supposed to be there. Your life, no matter the reason, it's not because of your children. What if you're no more to raise them? What if that individual kills you to no longer raise those kids? What would you say? Would you say that it is worth it? Why would you allow someone take your life because of you're in a toxic relationship, because you don't want to go, because you want to be there, because of what people will say? Let them say. Let them say. Because imagine you live there and before you know it, you bounce back and you start to do well. People will be envious of you because they'll be wondering, how did you go through hell? And yet you are still able to, devote time and still move on in your career. What it means is you were lost, but now you are found. That is life. You move on and you'll be fine. Nobody will ever give you a medal for staying. Rather, they will mourn you for remaining because cases where people have died and they are no more, they're no longer existing, was because they decided to stay. Because they don't want people to say this, they don't want people to say that, they don't want to leave because of their children, and now their children can live without them. So you see the irony of the whole thing. You must be able to decide, what do I want? Do I want to be alive? Somebody is 31, somebody is 40, and is already dead, in the hands of whoever the partner, the husband or the wife, or the boyfriend, girlfriend, or stuff like that. You let such individuals take your life in the name of loyalty, in the name of humility. Those are not humility. That is called, for in my point of view, it's called stupidity. You killing yourself. You can walk away. It's just that you don't know it. It's just that you don't want. You can talk to people. People like that don't want to hear people's word. It means they want to keep intimidating you to the point where you die. They don't want you to shine. They don't want you to see light. And except you agree that, congratulations with wherever you are. But for me, it's a no-no for toxic relationship, guys. A no-no for toxic relationship. I will say it over and over again. I will say it over and over again because Elena made it look like if you are married, you don't want to loan. Nobody's saying because your husband is not providing financially, then you walk away. No, nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying because your husband, maybe you are married and you don't have kids, you should walk away. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying because the family is giving you problem, but you're fine in your marriage. No, nobody says you should walk away. Nobody's saying that. But I'm saying a marriage where violence, domestic violence, like the 10 years you have lived with this guy, you are going through hell. He's dealing with you, both in the public and the private. He's dealing with you. I've seen women who, in every of their pregnancy, how can someone beat up a woman that is pregnant? Like, you see men who will break bottle, beat the hell out of her, bring their belt, beat the hell out of her, despite they are pregnant. Even mock her in the midst of his friends, her friends. They can do those terrible things, and people, you are still okay. What image are you trying to portray? Like, I do not get. What image are you trying to portray? Because at the end of the day, I don't see why you are there. I don't see why you are staying back. I don't see the point you are trying to make. I don't see the value. I don't see the example you want to make. What I see is you are killing yourself, taking yourself to an early grave. That's what I see. Someone who do not value his or her life. Because if you value your life so well, you will not want to be in a toxic relationship. Take it or leave it. But if you say you like it, that's your choice, not my choice. But I would just do my best, voice out, because in most cases, people will always talk. People will keep saying things so that people will change, but not everybody will take that. But because most times people get into it and not all get out. Not all gets to learn their lesson outside. So many people learn their lesson in the grave. Permit me to say that. So, guys, on this note, I will have to say goodbye and thanks to every one of you that joined in on my life. Hope you had one or two to take home today, guys. Tell me if you agree with me. Tell me if you disagree. Let me see your point. Still send your comments. I'm waiting in the comment section to know what you think. What are your opinions? If you come across this video, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. I have so many other videos you can equally go back to watch. Let one or two guys and drop your comment. And guys, please follow me on Facebook. It is Sarah Fidelis on Facebook. It's on my bio. You can go and check it out. Follow me on Facebook, guys. I have super and exciting comments. And I equally come live on Facebook as well. I do come live on Facebook, hoping to see you guys. Thanks to each and every one of you that joined in on my live. Guys, let me recognize you guys. Leaky, he said his name was actually not Leaky. He said it was a Lucky, or I can't remember right now. But thank you, Leaky, for joining us. Thank you, Okpeyemi. Thank you, Diego from Brazil. Thank you, Okpeyemi from Nigeria. Thank you, Leaky. Leaky didn't tell me where he was watching from. Thank you. He says his name is Kurt, actually. Leaky Kurt, thank you for joining in. Thank you, Debbie. Debbie said hello and she left. Thank you so much, Debbie from Nigeria. Hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you, Elena. Elena gave me her own reason why she thought it's not easy. But thank you, Elena, for joining me on my live, and thank you for sharing your own opinions and your views on what you think. So, Elena, thank you so much. And you watching me, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to leave a like button. Today's topic was, why do people stay in toxic relationship? Don't forget to drop your own comment. I will be waiting for you. Okay, see you some other time for a special edition of my YouTube live. But for today, guys, it's your one and only favorite baby girl, Sarah Fidelis. Guys, I'm gonna be signing out, and I want to thank every of my subscribers. Thank you guys. You guys have been super amazing. Every time I come on live, you guys don't disappoint. You always join in my live, join in the conversation. I so much appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys. I'm a super fan. Thank you so much. Love you guys and bye for now. See you. I don't know tomorrow. I don't know when, but I hope soon. See you guys. And I'm not going not just because of the live, but I will still be dropping my videos. So while you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, don't forget to always go and check my videos because I'll always be there posting, guys. Love you guys and have a wonderful evening, guys.